A routine walk in the woods turns into something that'll make you stop dead in your tracks. Through the leaves, a massive dark shape catches the eye, and you immediately get the sense that it shouldn't be there. The footage, captured by timber giant Bigfoot, shows what locals now call Big Red. And trust me, this isn't your average bear. For 15 long minutes, this thing just sits there, partially hidden in the brush. Its broad, furry frame clearly visible, but just out of clear view. We really need it to stand up or to show its face. But here's the kicker. In all those minutes of raw footage, this creature never fully reveals itself. But that's the thing about these encounters. They leave you questioning everything you think you know about what lives in our forests. Like, what is this? If this isn't a bear, and it's not a Bigfoot, then what is it? A lone tent in the Sierra Nevadas, California's infamous Bigfoot country. A camper sets up their motion-triggered camera, because when they had been leaving the campsite, they felt like some other stuff had been rummaged through, and they wanted to catch the culprit. They had no idea what they were about to record. What we see first is two men walking past the camera. Normal height, normal build, but what came next? Not normal at all. The footage captures something that makes those men look like children in comparison. We're talking about a massive figure, 8 feet tall minimum, moving through the camp with an eerie confidence that'll make your hair stand on end. Here's the gut punch. This isn't some blurry blob in the distance. When zoomed in, this thing is solid, real, and impossible to explain away. Experts are already comparing this to the legendary 1967 Bluff Creek footage, the one that stumped analysts for over 50 years. And get this. Thanks to an annoying 10-second delay in the motion sensor, we might have missed even more. What else walked through that camp in those missing moments? The Sierra Nevadas aren't strangers to Bigfoot sightings. This region tops the charts worldwide for encounters with these creatures. But this footage? This is the kind of evidence that makes skeptics do a double take and believers forward in their chairs. Now here's my question to you. In an age where every video gets debunked in hours, one's still standing. What walked through that campsite that night? Because whatever it was, it sure wasn't human. A trail camera in Bristol Zoo captured something that's baffling wildlife experts. A mysterious creature with what appears to be wings and horns stalking through the darkness. But here's what makes this even stranger. The footage wasn't taken in some remote wilderness. This was caught right in the middle of the zoo's award-winning habitat, where bears and wolves roam. And even the zoo's own experts can't explain what they're looking at. While some say it's just a muntjac deer caught in a strange camera exposure, the zoo officials aren't convinced. They've even published side-by-side comparisons showing how different this creature looks from typical deer sightings. As Halloween was approaching, the Bristol Zoo was wondering, could they have their very own cryptid, just like Scotland's Loch Ness Monster or Cornwall's Beast of the Bodmin Moor? The mystery continues to unfold in the heart of Bristol's wilderness. A routine beach walk in Australia turned into a mysterious discovery. A dog walker stumbled upon what appears to be an ancient sea monster washed up on shore. This thing is complete with haunting empty eye sockets and a spine of just protruding bones. But what's truly baffling about this creature isn't its appearance. It's the fact that even marine experts are struggling to identify exactly what kind of creature this decomposed beast used to be. What we do know is, this isn't the first, nor will it be the last time Australia's shores yield some mysterious findings. That's a fact. This one is different. You might have seen this viral video, but there's more. The extended footage reveals something far more disturbing. A group of farmers stumbled upon a horrifying sight. A massive dark creature latched onto their goat, refusing to let it go. Their first instinct? Prod it with sticks, assuming it was just some type of wild cat. They knew it was a predator. It didn't take long for things to get weird. The creature didn't leap away like any normal animal. Instead, it slithered. Yes, slithered. Through the trees like a liquid lizard. These hardened farmers who'd seen every predator in the region couldn't believe their eyes. Spun around back and chased it to the nearby river, bamboo sticks in hand, desperately trying to catch whatever this thing was. The final moment shows something that defies explanation. A dark shape gliding beneath the water's surface, moving unlike any known animal. Now, I've been fascinated by cryptids for a long time, but this one stands out. Let me break down why. First, most predators have a clear attack pattern. Big cats go for the throat, wolves for the legs, but this thing, it was latched on in a way that experienced farmers couldn't even identify. Second, what predator do you know that slithers through trees and swims? We're talking about something that moves like a snake but is big enough to attack livestock. Now, many have said that this is a chupacabra, but this looks nothing like a dog. Others suggest it's an alien entity, but I don't think they would have to take part in such a violent attack. What if we're dealing with some kind of hybrid creature, something that evolved in isolation, developing both aquatic and terrestrial abilities? I don't know. What do you think we're looking at here? Have any of you farmers or hunters ever encountered something that moves like this? Drop your theories below. A viral TikTok video has the internet buzzing after hunters recorded an unusual howl echoing through the forest. While initial reactions dismissed it as typical wolf behavior, recent sound analysis has revealed something far more intriguing.
I think it'll pick up that sound. Yeah. Man. I think it'll pick up that sound. Yeah.
Now, what sets this recording apart isn't just its eerie quality, it's the science behind it. When experts examined the audio frequencies, they found no match with any known North American wolf species. However, the sound pattern aligns remarkably with the longest documented Bigfoot vocalization ever captured. The evidence has sparked intense debate. The similarities are unmistakable, leaving both believers and skeptics wondering, what exactly were these hunters listening to that day in the woods? Something strange woke a homeowner in the middle of the night. He grabbed his camera and rushed to his backyard. At first you might not catch it, but watch again. There, by the tree, a glowing orb drifts through the frame. Now, in most cases, people write these off as dust or lens flares. But this homeowner was so shaken, he immediately went online searching for answers. Our second clip gets even weirder. A man's patrolling his driveway with a shotgun when something eerie appears. Look to the right. A mysterious mist forms, and inside it, another orb. Paranormal investigators say these orbs aren't always just random lights. Some believe they're spirits making themselves known. Others claim they're something darker, energy-draining entities that bring cold spots and bad luck. There's even a theory that these orbs are beings slipping through from another dimension. In January 2012, a man's routine trail camera check turned in quite a scare. Scrolling through the footage, he spotted something chilling, an eerie glow drifting through the dark woods like a floating lantern. But that wasn't the strangest part. White-tailed deer, creatures that bolt at the slightest human presence, didn't run. Instead, they seemingly were almost drawn to the light, mesmerized, before calmly returning to feed. That alone makes me think that whatever this wasn't human. Some suggest it's a spirit light, like the ones in Native American folklore. Others point to more extraterrestrial explanation. But what if it's something we've never classified? Something that's always been here in the remote woodlands and just smart enough to stay hidden? What do you think? Have you ever seen anything like this in your local forests? Okay, for this clip, I'm going to read the Bigfoot Research Organization's eyewitness report word for word while playing the video in the background. The report I'm going to read is far more interesting than the video, especially Moneymaker's report at the end. Sunday night, my brother, his wife, my girlfriend, and I had an encounter with a Bigfoot. We seen him with our own eyes and actually captured him on camera. I honestly didn't believe in Bigfoot. I always thought the videos on the internet were faked. I thought maybe he was a spirit because I'm Native American and I'm also an Army veteran. What I seen was like a huge black gorilla, but he also looked like a man. He was about 8 or 9 foot in height, but that's just my estimation. He also had black skin and hair all over his body, but the thing about it was it looked like it was combed, his hair was clean, it was like he took care of himself. So weird because I've seen so many videos of people talking about how he stinks so bad. I never smelled anything. He was so big compared to my brother and I. One thing I noticed about him was his physique. He was in shape. You could see his six-pack, his huge chest, and his arms. I've never really been scared of anything in my life. I've been to war in 2004 in Afghanistan. I've been in the mountains for years and years of my life, but never experienced anything at all until the other day. But what scared me the most was his size and body. I was like, we're not going to be able to do anything to him because he's just way too big. Plus, we didn't even have any weapons at all to defend ourselves with. I was so close to him I could see his face clear and his body under his hair. He stepped out from behind a tree and looked at my brother and I and put something in his mouth. I was thinking maybe food. Then, after he looked at us for a few seconds, he just turned around and started walking away, but not fast or anything. My brother's wife started yelling in the truck. She was sitting in there with my girlfriend, so we started running to the truck to make sure she was okay. When we got to the truck, we got inside it, and my brother started recording again. We were just sitting there staring at the direction where we seen the Bigfoot, and I was in the back passenger side. My brother's wife was in the driver's seat. We both had our windows down, and my brother was recording from the passenger's front seat, but he was sitting on the window rail recording over the top of the pickup. Both his wife and I seen something brown crawling towards us, and she started screaming, and I told her to go, go, go. And at the same time that she was pulling out, I was rolling up my window, but I was also leaning on my girlfriend, because I didn't want whatever that was crawling towards us to grab me. We pulled out of there fast. We drove out of the mountain area and stopped and recollected ourselves and questioned ourselves. Did we just really see what we seen? I didn't even know my brother was recording till we seen the Bigfoot. I thought he was just using his phone as a flashlight because I was the only one with a real flashlight. I can't stop thinking about what I seen since it happened. I keep questioning myself, but my brother actually captured him on camera. It is our only evidence. We need a professional to maybe brighten the video and make it a little clearer. We don't want to do any editing to the video ourselves because we don't want people thinking we're faking this. We haven't posted it on social media yet because we just don't want anyone thinking we're faking this. I seen what I seen and I still kind of can't believe it. I can't believe I seen a Bigfoot, all I've been saying to myself past few days. My girlfriend can't stop talking about it either. So mind-blowing. Also noticed, we seen eyes in the bushes about 10 minutes before it happened, so we started wood knocking, which we didn't get a response, but it must have worked. Other witnesses? My brother, his wife, my girlfriend, and myself. Other stories. Yes, there was an incident that happened back in the 60s or 70s, I believe, where a Bigfoot picked up a bus and threw it down into a coulee. That was also in the newspaper at the time it happened. My grandfather was a kid on that bus. Time and conditions. It was about 11 or 11:30 p.m. maybe, but it was around that time. I wasn't paying any attention to my phone or the time. It was dark out, but was a clear night. No clouds or rain. Environment, forest. Not too thick of vegetation though. It was at a picnic area where you can go camping. Here is the follow-up investigation report by BFRO investigator Matthew Moneymaker. I spoke with the two guys you can hear in the video. Their names are Michael Eagleman, the cameraman, and Lacey the boy. Very credible Chippewa Cree tribal members. This is definitely a legit Class A encounter with 3 witnesses. Third was the driver, the ex-wife of Michael. The man seen walking around is Lacey. He is a 39-year-old Army vet. He served 11 months in Afghanistan as a combat engineer sapper attached to Special Forces. Michael is 34 years old and works online as a compliance manager for a financial institution. That black figure in the video is hard to see, but it is a real Bigfoot. All 3 witnesses could see it much better than what you see on your screen. The group of 4 drove out to an informal picnic area on the reservation. There is some trash and beer bottles around. When they arrived in the picnic area, the 2 guys started to gather wood for a campfire. They had seen many episodes of Finding Bigfoot, so they wanted to play some howl recordings of Bigfoots on their phones to see what would happen. They did not have cell service though, so they decided to try some wood knocks instead. Michael tried hitting a few different trees with a branch. Eventually, he selected a tree on which he made some very loud knocks. Within a minute or so, they noticed eyes shine up the hillside slope about 25 feet away. 2 sets of bluish-white eyes that appeared to glow. Michael started filming with his camera. Lacey did not know he was recording. He thought he was just shining his phone light in the direction they saw the eyes. Lacey retrieved his very bright flashlight from the car and used it like a spotlight. They walked over to where they saw the eyes, but nothing is there. They keep looking around, but don't see anything at first. Within a few minutes, they hear footsteps and twig snaps further up the slope. The light beam eventually finds one of the Bigfoots. Both Michael and Lacey see it and react. Several seconds later, the ex-wife in the car sees the Bigfoot lit up by the light. She yells for the guys to get in the car so they can leave. Rocky Boy Indian Reservation in Montana is so obscure and so remote that I had never heard of it. That amazes me because I have visited many Indian reservations across the West, including in Montana. Rocky Boy is not small. Some Indian reservations out west are just small tracts of land at a river mouth. Rocky Boy is more than 170 square miles, 444 square kilometers. It includes a big part of a mountain range. Most of it sees no human traffic or usage at all. The tribe is spread across a handful of villages. The largest village has a population of 800 people. Michael says there are loads of berry fields in those mountains. June berries, raspberries, wild strawberries, chokecherries, blueberries. There are also bears, deer, elk, and moose. There is an abundance on this reservation because it is not overhunted. There you have it, folks. Very interesting stuff coming out of Montana. I'll link the original video in the description. Honestly, at the end, it had too much cussing that I didn't want YouTube to take the entire video down.